We've said goodbye this year to so many people who shaped generations worth of popular culture. From TV's most familiar faces to some of the century's most beloved musical voices. I'm Linnea Crowther from Legacy.com, where life stories live on.
And I'm Steven Siegel, Legacy's chief editor. In this video, we look back at 2025 to pay tribute to the celebrities who died, but whose memories will stay with us. Musician Peter Yarrow was best known as one-third of the folk singing trio Peter, Paul, and Mary. He wrote songs like Puff the Magic Dragon and advocated for human rights throughout his life. He died January 7th of bladder cancer at the age of 86.
Singer Sam Moore was one half of the legendary soul duo Sam and Dave. Their hits, including Soul Man and Hold On, I'm Comin', helped define the gritty sound of Memphis soul at Stax Records in the 1960s. He died January 10th of complications while recovering from surgery at the age of 89.
Actress Leslie Charleson was best known for playing Dr. Monica Quartermain on General Hospital. For nearly 5 decades, she was a central figure in the long-running soap opera and one of daytime TV's most familiar faces. She died January 12th following a series of falls at the age of 79.
Filmmaker David Lynch was the visionary director of films like Blue Velvet and the groundbreaking TV series Twin Peaks. His strange, moody work was popular for decades and influenced generations of filmmakers. He died January 15th of emphysema at the age of 78.
Actress Dame Joan Plowright was a renowned stage and film performer and the widow of actor Laurence Olivier. From London's West End to Broadway to Hollywood, her award-winning career stretched across 6 decades. She died January 16th at the age of 95.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Broadcaster and entertainer Bob Uecker was the longtime radio voice of the Milwaukee Brewers. He also starred in the sitcom Mr. Belvedere and portrayed a baseball announcer in the movie Major League. He died January 16th of small cell lung cancer at the age of 90.
Musician Garth Hudson was the multi-instrumental keyboardist and last surviving original member of the band. His brilliant organ melodies can be heard on iconic songs like Up on Cripple Creek and his showcase track, Chest Fever. He died January 21st at the age of 87.
Figure skater Dick Button was a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and longtime skating commentator. He pioneered new jumps like the double axel and the triple loop and invented the flying camel spin. He died January 30th of natural causes at the age of 95.
Singer Marianne Faithfull was a British musical icon and muse to the Rolling Stones. From her early days as a folk singer to her final album of poetry set to music, her life was one of resilience and reinvention. She died January 30th at the age of 78.
Actor Gene Hackman was an Oscar-winning film star acclaimed for intense and grounded performances. He was one of Hollywood's most versatile actors, giving memorable turns in The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Royal Tenenbaums. He died around February 18th of heart disease at the age of 95.
Singer Roberta Flack was a multiple Grammy-winning vocalist, best known for her massive hit, Killing Me Softly with His Song. She was a classically trained singer and pianist who elegantly blended genres from soul to jazz to rock across countless records. She died February 24th of cardiac arrest at the age of 88.
Actress Michelle Trachtenberg was known for her roles as Dawn Summers on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Georgina Sparks on Gossip Girl. She began acting as a child, appearing in the TV series The Adventures of Pete and Pete and starring in Harriet the Spy. She died February 26th of complications from diabetes at the age of 39.
Musician David Johansen was the frontman of the New York Dolls, who helped launch the punk and glam rock movements of the 1970s. In the 80s, he reinvented himself with a new musical identity, Buster Poindexter, and branched into film and television acting. He died February 28th of cancer at the age of 75.
Singer Angie Stone was an R&B powerhouse known for hits like Wish I Didn't Miss You and Brother. She was a hip-hop pioneer with her first group, The Sequence, and later became a leading singer and songwriter in the acclaimed neo-soul movement. She died March 1st in a car accident at the age of 63.
Musician Dwayne Wiggins was a co-founder of the R&B group Tony Tony Tony, who had the hits Feels Good and If I Had No Loot. He helped define the sound of 1990s soul and produced music for Destiny's Child and others. He died March 7th of bladder cancer at the age of 64.
Kitty Dukakis was a political activist, author, and the wife of former Massachusetts governor and presidential candidate Michael Dukakis. She championed mental health awareness and wrote about her experience with addiction and alternative treatments for depression. She died March 21st of complications from dementia at the age of 88.
Boxer George Foreman was an Olympic gold medalist and two-time world heavyweight champion, winning his second title at the age of 45. He was also a Christian minister and the face of the famous George Foreman Grill. He died March 21st at the age of 76.
Actor Richard Chamberlain was a television heartthrob of the 1960s, starring in Dr. Kildare. He was called the King of the Miniseries for his work in Centennial, Shogun, and The Thornbirds. He died March 29th of complications from a stroke at the age of 90. A quick note for anyone out there who has a loved one mourning a loss. It can be so hard to know what kind of gift is okay to give someone who's grieving. That's why here at Legacy, we've teamed up with a dozen great partners to put together a holiday gift guide for grievers, full of thoughtful and supportive gifts ranging from memorial keepsakes to genealogy subscriptions. Just visit legacy.com and click on the gift guide.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your huckleberry.
Actor Val Kilmer was a charismatic leading man of the 80s and 90s, best known for The Doors, Batman Forever, and Top Gun. His portrayal of Doc Holliday in Tombstone became a pop culture classic. He died April 1st of pneumonia at the age of 65.
Actor Jay North was the child star of the beloved sitcom Dennis the Menace in the early 1960s. As an adult, he served in the U.S. Navy, worked as a corrections officer, and lived a quiet life with family and friends. He died April 6th of colorectal cancer at the age of 73.
British actress Jean Marsh was best known as the co-creator and star of Upstairs, Downstairs. Her portrayal of Rose Buck won her an Emmy and international acclaim. She died April 13th at the age of 90.
Television presenter Wink Martindale was a beloved game show host whose smooth voice defined classics like Tic-Tac-Toe and Gambit. He hosted nearly 24 different game shows over the course of his 7-decade career in radio and TV. He died April 15th of lymphoma at the age of 91.
Pope Francis was the 266th pontiff of the Roman Catholic Church and the first from the Americas. His papacy emphasized humility, environmental stewardship, and compassion for marginalized people. He died April 21st of a stroke at the age of 88.
basketball player Dick Barnett was a shooting guard nicknamed Fallback Baby for his signature jump shot. He won 2 NBA championships with the New York Knicks and also played for the Los Angeles Lakers and Syracuse Nationals in his Hall of Fame career. He died April 27th at the age of 88.
Comedian Ruth Buzzi was a breakout star of Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In and a master of slapstick and character comedy. She delighted audiences with characters like spinster Gladys Ormsby, who she also played on Sesame Street. She died May 1st of complications from Alzheimer's disease at the age of 88.
Singer-songwriter Jill Sobule was best known for her 1995 hit I Kissed a Girl and her witty folk-pop storytelling. Her songs tackled history, gender, and everyday humanity with sincerity and a twinkle in her eye. She died May 1st in a house fire at the age of 66.
Actor Joe Don Baker was a rugged screen presence known for the 1970s movies Walking Tall and Mitchell. He also brought grit and humor to both heroic and villainous roles in the James Bond films. He died May 7th at the age of 89.
Justice David Souter served on the U.S. Supreme Court from 1990 to 2009. A moderate and independent thinker, he was known for his meticulous reasoning and integrity. He died May 8th at the age of 85.
Afternoon, everybody.
Actor George Wendt was best known as Norm Peterson, the affable guy always sitting at the bar on the hit series Cheers. His comic timing and warmth made him a sitcom icon and a highlight in dozens of film and television appearances. He died May 20th of cardiac arrest at the age of 76.
Television personality Phil Robertson was the founder of the Duck Commander hunting brand and patriarch of Duck Dynasty. His outspoken faith and humor made him a defining figure in reality television. He died May 25th at the age of 79.
Guitarist Rick Derringer was a rock musician and producer whose hits included Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo and Hang On Sloopy with the McCoys. He also played with the Edgar Winter Group and produced albums for other artists, including Weird Al Yankovic. He died May 26th at the age of 77.
Actress Loretta Swit was beloved as Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan on MASH. Her performance won 2 Emmy Awards and helped define one of TV's greatest ensemble casts. She died May 30th at the age of 87.
Musician Sly Stone was the visionary frontman of the funk and psychedelic soul band Sly and the Family Stone. Their hits, like Dance to the Music and Everyday People, reshaped American popular music. He died June 9th of COPD at the age of 82.
Musician Brian Wilson was the creative force behind the Beach Boys and one of pop's most influential composers. His groundbreaking work on Pet Sounds and Good Vibrations revolutionized modern recording and harmony. He died June 11th of respiratory arrest at the age of 82.
Singer Bobby Sherman was a teen idol of the late 1960s and 70s, known for hits like Julie, Do You Love Me? He later became a paramedic and provided emergency medical training to police officers and the public. He died June 24th of kidney cancer at the age of 81.
Journalist Bill Moyers was a broadcast pioneer whose thoughtful reporting on politics, faith, and culture spanned 5 decades. His work on PBS defined a generation of public affairs television. He died June 26th of complications from prostate cancer at the age of 91.
Evangelist Jimmy Swaggart was a Pentecostal preacher and gospel musician who built a global television ministry. His fiery sermons and gospel music reached millions of viewers for decades. He died July 1st after a cardiac event at the age of 90.
Actor Julian McMahon was an Australian-born performer who starred in the TV shows Nip Tuck and Charmed. He also appeared in such films as Premonition and played Dr. Doom in 2 Fantastic Four movies. He died July 2nd of cancer at the age of 56.
Actor Michael Madsen was known for his tough guy performances in Quentin Tarantino's films Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill, and The Hateful Eight. He also brought gravel-voiced charisma to Donnie Brasco, Free Willy, and Sin City. He died July 3rd of heart failure at the age of 67.
Actress Eileen Fulton was a longtime star of the daytime soap As the World Turns, portraying Lisa Miller Grimaldi for 50 years. She helped define modern soap operas by playing a scheming villain who fans loved to hate. She died July 14th of heart failure at the age of 91.
Singer Connie Francis was one of America's most successful pop vocalists of the 1950s and 60s. Her hits like Who's Sorry Now and Where the Boys Are made her an international star. She died July 16th of complications from pneumonia at the age of 87.
Now, some guys might find it hard living with 4 sisters, but I think it's made me more sensitive to the wants and needs of women.
Actor Malcolm-Jamal Warner was best known as Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, a role that made him one of TV's most recognizable sons. He later starred in the sitcom Malcolm and Eddie and found success in music, directing, and dramatic television. He died July 20th in a drowning accident at the age of 54.
Musician Ozzy Osbourne was the charismatic frontman of Black Sabbath and a defining figure of heavy metal. His solo career and reality TV fame made him one of rock music's most enduring personalities. He died July 22nd of a heart attack at the age of 76.
Wrestler Hulk Hogan was a pop culture phenomenon who helped turn professional wrestling into a global entertainment industry. His imposing physique and charisma sparked Hulkamania and made him one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. He died July 24th of a heart attack at the age of 71.
Satirist Tom Lehrer was a songwriter, humorist, and mathematician whose biting song lyrics skewered politics, academia, and all of culture. Songs like Poisoning Pigeons in the Park and National Brotherhood Week made him a cult favorite of the 1950s and 60s. He died July 26th at the age of 97.
Baseball Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg was a standout second baseman for the Chicago Cubs. A 10-time All-Star and 1984 National League MVP, he was celebrated for his skill and humility. He died July 28th after a battle with prostate cancer at the age of 65.
I just want to mention that while this video is looking back at the year's most famous obituaries, at our website, legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit legacy.com and select your local community. Country singer Jeannie Seely was a longtime member of the Grand Ole Opry and a Grammy Award winner. Best known for the song Don't Touch Me, she was a trailblazer for women in country music. She died August 1st of complications from an intestinal infection at the age of 85.
Actress Loni Anderson was best known as Jennifer Marlowe, the glamorous receptionist on WKRP in Cincinnati. Her wit and warm smile made her one of television's most memorable sitcom stars. She died August 3rd of metastatic uterine leiomyosarcoma at the age of 79.
Astronaut Jim Lovell was the commander of NASA's Apollo 13 mission, whose safe return to Earth after crisis on the way to the moon captured the world's attention. His courage and calm under pressure became the stuff of legend. He died August 7th at the age of 97.
Actress Danielle Spencer was beloved as Dee Thomas, the sharp-tongued younger sister on the sitcom What's Happening? She later became a veterinarian and advocate for animal welfare. She died August 11th of gastric cancer at the age of 60.
Actor Tristan Rogers was best known for playing Robert Scorpio on the long-running soap opera General Hospital. His suave performance made him a daytime television favorite for decades. He died August 15th of lung cancer at the age of 79.
Actor Terence Stamp was a distinguished British performer whose career spanned 6 decades. Known for roles in Billy Budd, The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and as General Zod in Superman 2, he brought striking intensity to every performance. He died August 17th at the age of 87.
Jockey Ron Turcotte was the Canadian Hall of Fame rider best known for riding Secretariat to the 1973 Triple Crown. His triumphs on the track made him a legend in horse racing history. He died August 22nd at the age of 84.
Fashion designer Giorgio Armani was a global icon who redefined modern style with his clean lines and understated elegance. His empire of clothing, accessories, and fragrances made him one of fashion's most influential figures. He died September 4th at the age of 91.
Musician Mark Volman was a founding member of The Turtles, known for their hit Happy Together. He later collaborated with Frank Zappa and sang in the duo Flo and Eddie, whose harmonies and humor left a lasting mark on pop and rock music. He died September 5th of a blood disease at the age of 78.
Mel, would you like to do something for me?
Yeah, what?
Kiss my grits!
Actress Polly Holliday was best known for her role as Flo on the sitcom Alice and its spin-off Flo. Her signature line, "Kiss my grits," became a pop culture catchphrase. She died July 24th at the age of 88.
Political activist Charlie Kirk was the founder of Turning Point USA and a prominent conservative commentator. He built a youth-focused movement that influenced the national political dialogue. He was assassinated September 10th at the age of 31.
Actor and filmmaker Robert Redford was the Oscar-winning star of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting, and All the President's Men. He went on to found the Sundance Institute, which transformed independent cinema in America with the influential Sundance Film Festival. He died September 16th at the age of 89.
Actress Claudia Cardinale was an Italian screen legend whose beauty and talent graced films such as 8 1/2 and Fitzcarraldo. She became an international star familiar to American audiences for The Pink Panther and Once Upon a Time in the West. She died September 23rd at the age of 87.
Religious leader Russell M. Nelson was president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He was also a pioneering heart surgeon as well as a U.S. Army veteran of the Korean War. He died September 27th at the age of 101.
Scientist Jane Goodall was a groundbreaking researcher and humanitarian who transformed our understanding of chimpanzees. Her decades of work in Tanzania reshaped wildlife conservation and global environmental ethics. She died October 1st of cardiac arrest at the age of 91.
Oh, God, Annie. Well, oh, well. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-la, yeah.
Actress Diane Keaton was an Oscar winner and one of America's most distinctive film personalities. Known for Annie Hall, The Godfather trilogy, and Something's Gotta Give, she brought intelligence and unconventional charm to her roles. She died October 11th of pneumonia at the age of 79.
Musician D'Angelo was a Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist whose albums Brown Sugar and Voodoo helped define the neo-soul genre. His artistry bridged R&B tradition with modern innovation and inspired a generation of musicians and music lovers. He died October 14th of pancreatic cancer at the age of 51.
Musician Ace Frehley was the original lead guitarist for the rock band Kiss. Known as the Spaceman, he co-wrote classics like Shock Me and dazzled fans with his theatrical guitar playing. He died October 16th of head injuries from a fall at the age of 74.
Actress June Lockhart was beloved for her roles as a nurturing mother figure on the TV shows Lassie and Lost in Space. She also appeared on Broadway, in movies, and she voiced animated characters in a career that spanned 8 decades. She died October 23rd at the age of 100.
Actress Prunella Scales was best known for portraying Sybil Fawlty on the classic British sitcom Fawlty Towers. Her sharp comedic timing made her a mainstay of British stage and screen. She died October 27th after a long battle with dementia at the age of 93.
Former Vice President Dick Cheney was a central figure in American politics for decades. Serving under President George W. Bush, he helped shape U.S. policy after the September 11th terror attacks. He died November 3rd of complications from pneumonia and cardiac and vascular disease at the age of 84.
Actress Diane Ladd was first nominated for an Oscar for playing sassy waitress Flo in Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. She was nominated twice more for performances alongside her daughter, actress Laura Dern, in Wild at Heart and Rambling Rose. She died November 3rd of acute chronic hypoxic respiratory failure at the age of 89.
Basketball player Lenny Wilkens was a Hall of Fame point guard with all-star seasons for the St. Louis Hawks, Seattle Supersonics, and Cleveland Cavaliers. He was also a Hall of Fame coach, guiding Seattle to an NBA championship and the USA men's basketball team to Olympic gold. He died November 9th at the age of 88.
Singer and songwriter Jimmy Cliff helped popularize reggae internationally with his songs Wonderful World, Beautiful People and You Can Get It If You Really Want. He also starred in the classic Jamaican crime film The Harder They Come, which raised awareness of the island's culture to audiences around the world. He died November 24th of pneumonia following a seizure at the age of 81.
Actor Anthony Geary played the romantic anti-hero Luke Spencer for decades on General Hospital. The popularity of the super couple, Luke and Laura, transcended soap opera fandom, and Geary was honored with a record 8 Daytime Emmy Awards for his performance over the years. He died December 14th of complications from surgery at the age of 78.
Rob Reiner was first embraced by audiences as an actor in his breakout role as Mike Meathead Stivic in the sitcom All in the Family. He went on to direct a string of now classic movies in a wide range of genres. This is Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, and A Few Good Men. He died December 14th of injuries sustained in a stabbing at the age of 78.
Actor Gil Gerard starred as astronaut Buck Rogers in the cult classic sci-fi movie and TV series Buck Rogers in the 25th Century. He also starred in the family-friendly action TV series Sidekicks. He died December 16th after fighting cancer at the age of 82.
You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. Follow Legacy.com on Instagram and Facebook, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.